If you earn 100,000 monthly and still go broke before the end of the month, then you need to watch this video. I will be showing you the step-by-step guide on how to budget on a 100,000 salary. This is still the Manage Your Wealth, Manage Your Life principle, where we talk about everything wealth and health. Now, what are the things that you need to consider, or the principles you need to put in place when you earn a 100,000 salary? We all know that life works on principle. Everything that is working works on principle. So your salary, your money, and your life must also run on principle. The first thing you need to adopt is the 60-20-20 principle. And what is the 60-20-20 principle? This means that your money or your salary has to be categorized. Now, what are the things that will be in each category of this 60-20-20 principle? On the 60% category, the needs, the things that need to be in that category are your needs. While on the second 20% category, the needs that need to be on that category are your wants. While on the last 20, what are the things that need to be on this category? They are savings and investment. Now, let's break it down step by step, the things that are and will be and must be in each category. The first thing that will be on the category of your needs that you need to budget for is your rent. Is your rent. Don't worry, for every calculation that I do, you will see it right on your screen, right below on your screen. On your rent, and how much are you to set aside every month for your rent? Because you see, the way this principle works is that your yearly rent should actually be broken down on a monthly basis. That is, divide your yearly rent by 12. So let's assume you are living in a house that costs you 200,000 per annum. That means you are to divide your 200,000 by 12, and that should give you 16,700 naira or dollar, whichever currency you decide to use. But I will be using naira. It will give you 16,700. That means you need to set aside 16,700 every single time your 100k comes into your hand, which is going to settle your rent. At the end of the year, this will bring less burden on you, as you already know that your money, your rent is set aside. What is the next thing that is on your need category, that is on the 60%? That is your child's school fees. Please be aware that I am only talking about school fees when you only have one child. And what should you set aside for school fees on the monthly basis? This is 12,000 naira. 12,000 naira should be set aside for school fees. On a monthly basis, and this is just for one child. What is the next thing that is on the category of the 60%, which is your need? Food or groceries. And you have to set aside 22,300 naira. And I know, based on the condition of Nigeria, this might not be 100% sufficient, but there are still other funds that can still be diverted into your food/grocery category, which I will still talk about. And the next thing that is still on the 60%, which is on the need of importance, is transportation. And you have to set aside 10,000 naira for transport, and this is for public transportation. I am not talking about when you use your private car. And the last thing on the list of the needs is utility, and this is either water or NEPA bill payment, and you have to set aside 30,000 naira. These are the things that makes up your need, and these are the things that actually take up the 60% of your 100k. Actually, it actually took up 64% of your 100k. Do not worry about this whole calculation, because the whole calculation will be right there on your screen. The next 20 category, which is the wants. What are the things that actually make up the wants category that makes up this 20%? And that is clothing. You are to set aside money for clothing. And how much are you to set aside for clothing? It is 6,000 naira you are to set aside for clothing on a monthly basis. The next thing you are to actually make provision for is internet, which we call data in this part of the world. You are to set aside 5,000 naira for data on a monthly basis. Any other thing you are doing that will take up more than 5,000 naira, you are not supposed to get into it. There are so many data plans that you can actually do that falls under the category of this 5,000 naira, and one of them is the Glo Always On data plan, where you subscribe with 5,000 naira or even less, and Glo will be giving you 1 gig on a daily basis to be used throughout the whole month. This way you will never run out of data, and you will still be within your budget and within your limit. And the last thing in this category is actually gifts and small favor. We all know that once in a while people will chat you up to, oh bro, please can you help me with urgent 2k. These are the category of people that falls into these places. And what and how much are you to actually budget for miscellaneous gifts, small favor? You have to budget 5,000 naira. Any help you are rendering that is above 5,000 naira will definitely hurt your income, hurt your family, and hurt your budgeting plan. So this other month makes up actually 16%, makes up 16%. Your wants should make up your 16%. And the last 20 makes up your savings and your debt. And you have to set aside 20,000 naira for this category. And how do you set it up? What are the things that falls under them? We have the emergency fund. No one's pray for bad thing, but we know, even the Bible makes us to understand that terrible things will actually happen in the world, but no one's pray for it. I am not praying for bad things, but we know we should actually be prepared. So you have to set aside emergency fund. You have to set aside 10,000 naira as emergency fund on a monthly basis. Now the next one is saving and investment. You have to set aside 7,000 naira as your monthly saving from your income. 7,000 naira. And the last one is actually loan repayment. And these are for people that have loans, that have pending loan, recurrent loan, any loan that you have, you are to service your loan. And please know, if your loan is a high interest loan, you have to divert part of your savings into your loan to quickly settle your loan, to avoid being dragged to the police or to court. Quickly settle your loan and get back to your savings. But if you are the type that you are not on loan, that loan amount should go into your savings, meaning you have to save your complete 10,000 naira. You understand? You have to save your complete 10,000 naira. Now, remember that I said earlier that I know that food and groceries might actually not be enough considering the economy of Nigeria presently. You can actually divert part of your emergency fund to your food and groceries, making it 32,300. Making it 32,300. You can actually do that. But my best advice for you is actually to get more sources of income. This is still the Manage Your Wealth, Manage Your Life series. Like, subscribe, and share this valuable insight to your family and friends. I'll see you another time.